He talking about the 90s. Because we the Kobe era.
He also prefaced by saying he didn't watch back then, and he's also 23 years old. So, like, you got to take that into account.
Man.
I mean, this is one of the most skilled players to ever play the game. I mean, you know, I think that was directed more toward the Jordan era. Because when I hear that and I really start thinking about it, I'm like, nah, that's not true because you have multiple players who had hella skill. I'm talking about, come on now, that's pretty much doing the same things they's doing now. You know, we had the guards who was going up doing the stuff that we see D Rose and Ja Morant doing. I mean, I seen Baron Davis, Steve Francis, and Kevin Johnson doing all that type of stuff. I will say this, the skill level has gotten better with this generation, but I don't think overall it makes you a better player. I think the imagination and the flair of the game is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't play as much basketball as we did. They work out individually. We played 5-on-5, and our creativity for the game was a lot better in our era. Because, like, who's a showman? Who would you consider, like, a showman of today? Like, Kyrie maybe with the dribbles.
Yeah, and Ja.
High-flying Ja.
I mean, when you say Kyrie, there was Rod Strickland.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about the creativity.
You never seen Vince Carter. I'm like,
exactly, like Vince Carter, we never seen nothing like that. That was something different. I mean, Magic Johnson, white chocolate. I mean, we don't see people pass the way J. Kidd did. Like, it's like unreal. Like, we don't see that type of creativity no more, you know?
So my question to you is, when you see youngsters go, man, I didn't watch, so I don't, is it important for youngsters
it's gonna go back to what, we gotta go back to Ticket's famous saying to me, you ain't watching the games, Lord. You ain't watching the games, Lord. You ain't going back watching the games, Lord.
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. If I'm being 100, and this is to everybody in our league, Tatum, all y'all. Let me tell y'all something, bro. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
Nah.
You hear what I'm saying to you? You couldn't get to a triple step back, and then if you shot that shit, it had to go in. You know why? Because we had efficiency back in the day, my dude, and it was so fucking hard. It was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is why we like to sit here and watch kind of the rat race of the high-paced game, right? But, bro, let's not talk about the gamemanship, and let's not talk about the physicality of the game back then. Real shit, because I only think half these kids in the league could have been on an NBA team 20 years ago.
Straight up.
The locker room was too grown. David Stern did a great job of taking all of the physicality out of the game. You understand? Freedom of movement means freedom of movement. Man, back in the day when you had to get by Paul because Paul was squared up with you and ready to slide, and then he could body you, he could poke, he could use his hands, but I can use my hands.
I could fight through a screen.
Bro, the shit that we saw in the Olympics was similar style play when the guard could ride you damn near over the pick.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to get out of that, and a nigga like Holiday, when he come out and he get over, he there. Right. So if you go to cross him, bro, you don't even, that's what I'm saying, bro. Man, the levels in which you had to be not only strong enough, but skilled enough to get by this nigga in front of you. You understand? And then they ain't never seen a 6'7" Rodman guard you. Bro, I see you. And you know, you're in the scout report. We know you go left. We know you can finish right, but you go left to pull up. Bro, everybody knows. Bro, niggas watching the games back then. The Isaiah Thomases and the Dumars, man. Dumars shut Jordan down. Bro, they was coming to the lane, bro. You might get your nose broke trying to dunk. You understand? Dwayne Wade broke Cole's nose in the All-Star game. Man, bro, it's just different. It was very different back then, bro. Real shit. I'm talking about in the locker room. You can't be on your phone in the locker room. You can't. Bro, 20 years ago? Nah, nobody in this era could have played 25 years ago. We said that. and I'm talking about not just the play and all the skill that everybody got, actually was called bad shots and lack of efficiency. It was until they start fucking with all the data and saying take more threes than twos. Before then, we played ball, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to say more skill.
That's what I'm trying to
because
say, bro.
Nobody in this era has a mid-range.
You couldn't get, nobody.
Nobody in this era has a post game.
And the ones that do look amazing. Look at
Yeah.
Shea. Shea got a mid-range.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's only like a few of them got.
that's what I'm
like,
saying, bro. 2 dribble, pull up.
Yeah, they don't.
Try
got,
to do, okay, young fella, if you hear me. And then y'all exhaust the ball. Y'all are dribbling the air out of the ball.
Right.
Y'all dribble the ball 100 times more than another nigga.
Right.
Catch it off the bounce. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, pull
Right.
up. Let me see you do that off the bounce. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a lot of two-way players back then that was real niggas. I'm talking about stars. I'm talking about Gary Payton, the Jason Kidds, the Michael Jordans, the Grant Hills, the McGrady's and the Cobes, you know what I'm saying? The TDs, the C. Webbs, the Rasheeds, no, you gotta know what you're talking about to be in the argument or to be in the discussion of what we're talking about.
Right.
But to say that they're most skilled, shit. 20 years, you couldn't get to a triple step back. All that shit, James Harden and all that shit. And then, too, if you was dribbling the air of the ball, bro, nigga told you straight up, hey, man.
Come on, man.
Swing it, man. What you doing?
What you doing? Come
5
on,
more
man.
dribbles, you out here? Hold on, I got it. Back it
Don't
up.
miss,
What?
don't miss,
And then
don't
we
miss.
had plays
Right.
that you had to remember. And if you couldn't remember the plays, you couldn't be out here. It wasn't all this switching shit. You had actually strategy to where the strategy had to go to 2, 5, 2 and 4, y'all 3 and 4, y'all doing this.
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
To, man, you had a list of shit that you had to be responsible
for sure that.
Not some, oh, I didn't forget it. And you know what, fuck it, just throw him out there because he's good. Nah, bro, it's a whole nother level of shit. So, you know, know what you're speaking about. But yeah, I root for you, young fella. Just know what you're talking about, young fella. Because that you said don't make no sense.